stand-up fighter pretty much exclusively. And that Matrix MMA school that he trains out of is well known for their striking, especially the boxing program under Todd Monroe. But over the past year, they've been having so much success over here in MMA that I really do wonder who's coaching a lot of the grappling over there.
I very much enjoy watching Josh Fuller fight.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of both these guys. Mike is a teammate of mine, obviously, so I will try to contain my bias. I usually am pretty professional on the mic. And our third man in the cage, the only referee big enough in North Carolina to contain these two animals, Chris Luter.
Delozier exploring with an inside low kick. We've seen that a few times tonight. The first few kicks, not that committed.
And that's definitely a weapon that Fuller loves, is that low kick. So
yeah.
You introduced it early.
And then that one quick and hard from Delozier. And then Fuller answers right back with an outside kick of his own. Looks like Delozier's looking to check that or possibly catch it. Showing the right hand. Open stance battle again as Delozier punches his way into a single leg attempt.
And it's Delozier who shoots first. This is a new look for him in a fight, I think. He's got that far ankle grab. He's going to sit him down.
Fuller working on that guillotine.
Yeah, he needs to use his hands to wall walk instead of squeeze. Because in a moment he's going to get rotated away from the fence. Cody Malte, head coach at Elevate, saying go to mount, triangle legs, and settle. And now we see Fuller's really getting desperate to wall walk up now. He could have done that earlier with the hands. Oh, nice use of the free hand on the post there by Fuller. And Mike's working on the outside trip now.
But still in danger of that guillotine. And
a little bit. He's got that outside, the strong, you need to have the leg that the arm side is on to be involved. You can finish it from half guard, but it's going to be very hard to finish it cross body like that. And now Big Mike on top, Little Mike on top with the fist and trying to staple that arm. Got it stapled originally. I mean, that's a big guy to be able to staple your arm from inside your half guard.
Yes, limber. Fuller is being pressed into the canvas. He's having a lot of difficulty getting anything going. He's not able to bridge.
Use that strength to try and hold Mike. Mike's stapling that free arm. Oh man, that might have been the Hail Mary that Josh had left. He's squeezing now. And
he's hugging the rib cage of Delozier, trying to mitigate the strikes. He's going to be forced to give his back to get out of that.
I think the punches would have been more advisable, but it's belly down. Now we can really punch, huh?
And he's got Fuller completely flattened out. Fuller is not moving to improve his position. He's just covering up. And the referee is leaning in. He's going to stop it. The rules you have to intelligently defend yourself, and just covering up and not fighting back is not that. Fuller goes to move again, and this time gives his chin to Delozier, who goes back to punching. These are hard shots, and he's high up in mount.
Big Hayes, Mike Delozier on top and looking to finish this one with 8 seconds left. Fuller's trying to hold on. It looks like he will. He's able to squeeze the gloves and hold the gloves inside. And Josh Fuller will get to go, the privilege of getting to go back to the school.
He was able to mitigate the majority of the damage. Like he didn't let himself get hurt, but he also did not improve his position. He could not get up, he could not bridge, he could not buck, he could not roll, he could not escape.
He got the gloves trapped against his chest with a tight pinch, and he held the gloves inside. As long as your fingers aren't going inside of the glove, it's legal to manipulate the glove in any way you see fit. You can even use your whole hand to dig against your opponent's fingers. As long as they're not interiorly in the glove, you're not breaking the rules. And that was a great use of glove manipulation by Josh. In a normal grappling situation, you're not safe there.
Could you imagine being a guy as big and strong as Josh Fuller and feeling powerless to get up?
Well, in the words of a master of the immortal force, Qui-Gon Jinn, there's always a bigger fish. And, even these guys have to find that out eventually.
Yeah. Josh Fuller clearly disappointed. Not hurt, not breathing hard, not tired, not injured. Disappointed is what I would describe the look on his face as.
Now, things get a little interesting, right? How much did both guys use in the grappling that fight? that round, because this is normally not a
I predict Josh Fuller to throw a lot more punches.
Yeah, he's going to need to keep the data out there, keep him overwhelmed so he doesn't just shoot blind like that. Now he knows to expect a shot.
He's switching stances. Looping
Big shot
right
by Fuller.
That right hand, it sounded like it made a lot of noise. That was it colliding with the right arm of Delozier.
Oh, I think he just might have thrown his shoulder out.
And then let his opponent know that it's hurting him. He's shaking his head. And Delozier's asking him.
He's such a sweetheart. I mean, this is one of the nicest guys in the training room by far. Scariest humans, nicest guy.
Oh, that was a hard check.
God.
Dead on, and then he cracked him with a jab. That check was as brutal as it could be.
Yeah, that was a potentially leg-breaking type check.
Yeah, and Fuller's having trouble figuring this puzzle out. Delozier's confidence is building.
Oh, that
and
was
a heel to the groin. So off of the check, Fuller's heel grazed down the inside of Delozier's leg and slid across the cup.
The old slider.
Yeah, I think Delozier, I think that it is a tactical error to take this break, considering how much momentum and confidence and control he was building up. Fuller was having a lot of trouble getting the striking going. He's had tremendous trouble with the grappling in the first round. And Delozier had answers for everything Fuller was attempting in this round, but by accepting this break time, which it doesn't appear he needs, he's giving Fuller as well a chance to recover and a chance to gather his thoughts and a chance to think
You can
about
catch
what
your
he wants to
breath,
do.
but you can't catch your shoulder back into socket. I mean, you might be able to if you're really lucky, if you just get, or if you're a medic and you know how to do it. But if you try, especially when he goes back to this corner, you could potentially rip your whole shoulder apart and need some real surgery. So if there is a shoulder injury, you got to be so careful with that.
Delozier pawing with the jab. He's having success with his jab. If Fuller reaches for a hammer fist from high in the sky.
I've seen him pop people with that in the gym. He's just such a long-armed heavyweight.
Yeah, well, when he floats that left hand out there, the threat of it disappears if he hangs it out there for a few seconds.
Beautiful jab by Delozier.
Yeah, that jab's been working well for him on the retreat. He's been snappy and fast and off time with that jab. And he's mixing up stiff jabs, pawing jabs, and also posting and grabbing that lead hand as the two open stance. Fuller kicks. It's caught by Delozier, who...
Good base under Fuller here, and he's got that underhook.
Now,
but how much can he jack up with the shoulder? Like, this is where we're going to find out how useful the shoulder is, because this is probably one of the worst things you can do. If you got a shoulder injury, trying to lift a bunch of weight straight up like this with
a lateral raise.
A lateral
basically.
raise, exactly. Very, very dangerous.
Lateral raise is dangerous on your shoulder when it's healthy.
Yeah.
Yes, lock hands, pull it. Grip it, pull him off the wall.
And they're saying pull him off the wall for that, for try to get that full body
his
lock.
hands are locked and his feet are up under him. I believe, I thought it was a strange choice to not finish that takedown.
He's cooking right now. He's got what we call a chef's table in our gym, where his knees on the inside. And if you do need a rest against the cage, this is where you're going to get it. But he's giving Josh a lot of time to find his way back in this inside position.
Good, Mike. Yes.
You called that position what?
Chef's table.
Chef's table, where the knee is
in the side. If the knee is inside, the head is inside, and the hands are inside. That's everything we want.
They don't have a lot of options.
Right. Especially if that knee is pinning. You see Josh's only defense is to do this along the cage wall. If the knee's in the middle, he can't walk. He can't do that. He'll just trip over the knee if he tries.
Big knee from Fuller.
But I think what Delozier is trying to work is a pathway to the back.
I don't think Fuller's going to give that to him standing.
Yeah, he's right now. I mean, he's buying some time for his third round. All right, well, I think I'm going to go get to the back a little bit.
You have lost a set of car keys. A set of car keys was found in the bathroom. Marcelo now has them.
It's like a
if
demon.
you would like them back, see Marcelo.
All right, I'm going to head off. I'm going to corner my guy Sam, and I'll see you guys soon.
A lot of fireworks to start that second round, but an uneventful end. Fuller hanging his head, shaking his head as his coaches are talking to him. He's looking back and forth, both coaches talking to him, and he looks as if to say, guys, I'm trying. Over in the corner, Delozier, casual, smiling, having a casual conversation with his two cornermen. Fuller, I'm sure, is feeling much more desperate. He realizes this is not going his way. Fuller Fuller's going to have to find a solution to this puzzle. He's going to have to get his strikes going. He's been behind in the grappling. The kick got caught and got him in another grappling exchange. He's going to need to go to his hands, which he has great hands. He has good punches, good boxing. He's going to have to do that because that's about the only tool, weapon, or strategy left that Delozier has not shown to be completely in control of. Fuller keeping that right hand high, looking to get closer, feinting the kick, and then throwing a right hand over the top is Josh Fuller. Outside kick. Fuller has to know that he needs a finish. 50-50 from Josh Fuller as he attempts to get off the cage, but Delozier too quick with the feet, circling, keeping Fuller pinned to the cage, using his head underneath the chin of Josh Fuller, and that underhook on the left side to keep Josh Fuller pinned, and again, he's going to reach and try to suck out that ankle. It doesn't work with the hands. This time he switches and uses his foot to pull that ankle out. Josh Fuller's trying to use his butterfly hook to spread the legs of Delozier out, but Delozier's pressure's too great. Got the left shoulder under his chin. And Fuller is, again, in a lot of trouble. Previously, when they were in this position, he was a little tenacious with the guillotine attempt and didn't wall walk until much later in the grappling exchange. Delozier's corner calling for heavy hips. They want to keep him pinned there. It's working very well. Fuller posting that right hand down, looking like he's going to make an attempt to get up, but again, Delozier passes over to mount. He has got Fuller in a bad, bad spot. He's got him completely mounted. And now he's turning Fuller away from the cage, pinning him to the floor with his shoulder and chest. Fuller again forced to give his back. That's the problem when you are mounted with someone on top of you, especially if they are allowed to punch you. You have to give your back in order to make that escape. And a lot of guys get stuck in that position. They give their back and then don't escape, and then he taps. Josh Fuller taps to the rear naked choke. Just oppressive, constant pressure, both in the striking and grappling from Michael Delozier. Josh Fuller sits. Disappointment clearly etched on his face. Not hurt, not beaten up, not devastated, just disappointed. And it's understandable because we've seen much more active and dynamic performances from Fuller in the past, and I'm sure we'll see them again in the future, but Michael Delozier just had an answer for everything that Josh Fuller tried to do tonight.
Your winner by referee stoppage due to rear naked choke out of the red corner, Michael Delozier.
Michael Delozier improving his record to 3-4. Josh Fuller suffering his first defeat in MMA. Now moves to 2-1.
Two more amateur fights coming up in MMA, with one of them being a 155-pound title fight. Two more pro fights coming up, with also one of them a 155-pound title fight. Also, we'd like to thank Modelo. Thank you, Modelo, for our sponsorship tonight and War Fight Gear.